Hey, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Come on in and say hi. We are going to do some live crafting today. Absolutely cannot wait to show you what I have planned. It's a really cute book stack. So this is my Craft on the Clock segment. If you are not in the Craft on the Clock group, please hop on over. There's a link in the description to tell you how to get there. And if you're watching this now, you're probably also watching the replay. So make sure you drop hashtag replay in the comments so that I can say hi. I'm so glad you're here. And anyone who's new, please tell me so that I can welcome you. I love meeting new people here. So we are going to get started. Yeah, I've been sick, guys. I've been so sick. We're going to hope that my voice makes it for the whole 45 minutes. I'm just going to get this camera. It says it's not behaving, guys. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, Donna's in Vegas. Let's switch this out. So come on in and say hi, and we're going to get started. So, and I'll say hi to everybody in a minute after we chat about what we're going to do. So we are going to be making a faux book stack. If you're new here, I do a lot of tier tray. I do a lot of smaller decor, and I do a lot of fun, cute little things. I'm going to put this up for a minute. So we're going to make something that would go on a tiered tray. Okay. And so this is a faux book stack. It's actually a crate from the Dollar Tree. We call it the Dollar Tree. That's what my kids call it, the Dollar Treat, because they get treats. And so we're going to do some decoupaging, some painting, and we're going to add some vinyl cutouts to our little faux crate, and we're going to make a little cute thing to put in our Easter tiered tray. So I see Renee's here. Hey, girl. Amy from Wix Wax is here. Hey, Donna. Hey, Miss Tracy. So, guys, now that you're all coming in, Kim, hey, girl. There's Dixie. Hi, Tammy. Donna is at the 49ers game. That was a crazy game, girl. How did it go? Tell us. A girl named Kim and her crafts. Oh, hey, Kim. I'm also in Ohio. Hey, Beth. Hey, Juanita. Hey, Brenda. And Natalie's here. Awesome. Okay, I'm so glad you guys are here. Make sure you're chatting in the comments because that's how we're going to pick names for the Happy Meal. I draw names twice a month. But let's get started. So I've already painted, and it's hard to tell because this wood is so light. I've already painted this and this and this a vintage white. We might add some more to it, but I wanted to go ahead and kind of get a little head start. So if you find these at the Dollar Tree, guys, they don't always have them. You want to look for the ones without the handles, because a lot of them have little handles. So I always, when I find them, I buy several so I have them to make faux book stacks with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to like cut this, and I'm going to tape this so I can paint the sides. Yeah, if you've been around here for a while, you might have these in your stash because I talk about them often. So, let's see. Am I feeling better? Oh, let me scoot this back. Let me just do this so we quit shaking. Okay. Am I feeling better? Who asked? I saw someone ask that. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm tired. I was really sick last week. I'm tired. My voice goes in and out, but I think I'm like over the, I think it's just going to be like recovering my energy, right? Millen's here. Hi, Deanna, Anita. So glad you guys are here. So Has anyone, I know some of you guys have made a faux book stack. Who's made a faux book stack? Tell me in the comments. Yes, if you have. No, if you haven't. Hey, Tammy Fleming. Yeah. This is just to keep the paint off the edges. Donna has. Renee hasn't. Tammy Royer says no. Anita, no. They're really cute. Suzette. So the other thing is, I also think you can think of these as like a functional piece in your tier tray decor, because you can stack stuff on top of it. I mean, that's the great thing about a book stack. It gives it some height. So it's decorative and it gives some height. So this is the napkin I'm going to use. You notice when you never know until you buy a pack of napkins, unless they show you a preview if you buy them online, but I did not buy these online. I bought them in a store. I want to say I got them at Hobby Lobby last year. You never know if you can't see both sides, if it's a full print or if it's like a quarter print. Like, you know, this one, only this side is printed with a solid repeating pattern, and then it breaks here, and then you have another pattern. So in order to, you can't really do something with the whole thing unless you're okay with the pattern changing. Because see how the pattern goes one way this side and one way to the other. So this is what we're going to decoupage on top. But first we're going to paint. I have my mailing labels here. And I'm going to use makeup sponges, I think. And I've got some colors. I hope that I've matched pretty well to my napkin. I have a pink and a yellow and a blue. Thank you for the sprinkles, Kim Carroll. Oh, Lisa says she was on YouTube and couldn't comment. Oh, no. Girl, glad you're here. I think I want to put pink and then yellow and then blue. I think that's the order I'm going to do it. So this is rose pink. Yeah, so I mean, I was so sick last week. Just so sick. Yeah. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. It's good to be back. I missed y'all. Really could not think last week. I was so sick. I just could not come up with a coherent thought at all. If I wanted to, you see, I stuck my thumb in the paint and then I touched the wood, but I'll just sand that off. If I wanted to, I could probably tape this off if you're not confident, like, that you're going to get it without, I think it's going to be pretty close. It's close to that lighter pink. That's what I was going for. Hello, T's Crafty Ranch. So, okay, I'm going to set that aside because we're going to paint the other side in a minute. But there's a lot of, you know, I've been talking to you since the beginning of the year about like not buying lots of stuff at the Dollar Tree that you're not going to ever use and just have to end up donating or trashing or, you know, passing on. Because I think we can do that. We see something cute on a reel and we're like, oh my gosh, I want to make that. And so we go buy all the things and we buy all the things and we have them and then we never make it. Or we see someone else use something in a craft and we're like, oh, I think like being purposeful about what you spend your money on, because like it's easy to just drop $10 at the Dollar Tree and then drop $10 and then drop $10 again and then have a bunch of stuff you're not going to use, where you could like be intentional about it and end up having a lot of things that you, or one really nice thing you want to use, you know? And so it's just important to I guess prioritize your spending. Tammy Fleming says the bugs are going around. They are. They are. I'll tell you what. But since Christmas, so we had the flu over Christmas, and then Joe and the boys got COVID, and then they got better, and then I went to Vegas, and then I got sick. So I'm hoping we're done with it. So everyone's saying they're trying to get better about that. I know. Several people are saying, Tammy T's Crafty Ranch, DNS is, trying to get better about being intentional about what you buy, Look, I'm all for having your craft supplies like at your fingertips. I really believe I'm like crafting, like there's research studies that show it helps your mood, it helps how you feel, helps, well-being, mental health, all of those things. But, having an excess of things that you're never going to use doesn't help any of that. So, I want to do, Juanita says that my Super Bowl spread looked really good. Thank you. We had like a combo Valentine's Day Super Bowl party yesterday, and it was so much fun. So I made chocolate heart cakes, and we had ice cream sundaes because my kids love ice cream sundaes. And then we did like little Super Bowl snacks. It was the first year that the kids have really been into watching like the Super Bowl like this. Cause I didn't grow up with boys, right? I have two sisters. And so like they ran through the house screaming last night after the Chiefs won because they're big Chiefs fans. Well, my youngest is. And so, it was a lot of fun. It'll be fun. I like to make the food. So next year I'm going to do a more fun spread. Okay. Gail's asking about the potato chips. Joe and I are going to do a live tasting though. We're going to do a live tasting. So anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, I came across these really crazy potato chips. This has nothing to do with crafting, but I came across these really crazy potato chips at Aldi's over Thanksgiving. It was like turkey stuffing potato chips or something. Okay, guys, when you get to the edge, here's my thing. Lift, lift, lift. So lift, lift, lift. You want to lift so that you're not getting paint slopped down the edge, okay? So we were at the Aldi's, and I found these crazy flavored potato chips, like turkey stuffing or something like that. And so Joe and I went live and tasted the chips. And so you know what? I still haven't done. I found the other ones at Christmas, something like cheesy garlic bread chips, and we were gonna do a live, but then we got sick, and so now that this run is, we will do a tasting with both. We'll do the cheesy garlic bread and was it fried dill pickles? That's what I found, which I don't know. I mean, like, ranch fried dill pickles. So it's, potato chips that taste like ranch flavored fried dill pickle ranch potato chips, something like that. And so we're gonna do a live thing, and it's Joe loves everything plain. Like he likes plain Lay's and vanilla cake with vanilla frosting, but not too much frosting. So I think that's what got me on the whole crazy flavored chips, because he is a plain Lay's potato chip kind of guy. So And I don't know, like the whole idea of those potato chips makes me a little vomity on the inside. Yeah, Lisa says oh, hi, Tony McGee. Lisa says, Juanita said you ended with the Spanish channel. You had a hard time watching the Super Bowl. Oh, Dixie says it was the second time she ever caught me live, and it was fabulous with me and Joe. Yeah, we'll do it again. Oh my gosh. They were really gross. But it was kind of like a train wreck. Like, you couldn't stop tasting them because you're thinking, okay, at some point, they've got to start tasting better, right? I'm not doing a good job keeping my paint where it goes. Okay. Y'all, I'm just going to show up and do our best. I'm going to dry this. I got the blue paint right there. La, la, la. I should have taped it off. Okay, we're going to dry this off. Did the jersey, Dixie wants to know if the jersey got washed. So I was saying that on that post that I'm pretty sure Gabe's Chiefs jersey could walk by itself, and that's why he didn't have it on yesterday. I did not say anything. No, I've not washed it yet. I'm still in like catch-up mode. You know when you've been sick and you get like every day you get a little more behind on your life for the whole duration of being sick? Yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm catch-up mode. All right, so I've painted both sides and dried them. I'm just going to go in here and see if I can't get... This is just 320 grit sandpaper, guys. If you buy a pack, it'll last forever because you just use small bits at a time, really. So we're going to take this off and see how this keeps our ends nice and clean. And we don't have to worry about it. I think the napkin should pull it all together. So if you don't have a tiered tray, tell me in the comments. Do you have a tiered tray? Yes or no? I'm going to take this off now because it's a lot. Yes or no, do you have a tiered tray? Do you know what it... If you don't have one, do you know what one is? So it doesn't look like it, but this is painted and this is painted. I'm leaving it just like that. I mean, if you compare it to the inside, it does, but it's very light. So tell me if you have a tiered tray. I could tape this off and like paint these like blue all the way around and then yellow and then pink, but I'm not going to because one, because we have 45 minutes on Crafter on the clock, and two, because I don't really think it's necessary, but you can, and then you'll have the stripes all the way around, right? Oh, Tony said she's signing up. Judy has several tier trays. Donna has 3. Good girl, Donna. That's what I'm talking about. Dixie has the floor models from Hobby Lobby. I think I need one of those. I don't have that yet, Dixie. Kim has. Yay, Tony McGee signing up for the texting service. I love it. Judy, welcome. So let's get our Mod Podge out. She's a first-time watcher. If there's a question I missed, guys, I'm going to just keep moving. I'll come back to it because we do only have the 45 minutes on Crafter on the clock, and I'm going to get done as much as I can. So I'm just going to put a nice layer of this on top. I'm going to turn my craft iron on too. Oh, Carol's here, first-time watcher. Yay! We're so glad to have you here. So if you're new here, I really loved tiered tray decor and smaller home decor to craft it and make it. Shelf sitters, things like that. Things that are smaller. and really more of a, let's say, modern farmhouse lean. And I really like to help you create things that have a purpose. And by that, I mean, like, you make it and you know how to use it. I don't know how many times you've been like, oh, this is so cute. And you craft it and you get done. And then you're like, well, where am I going to put this in my house? What do I do with this? But I like to do the smaller home decor, the shelf sitters, things that coordinate so that, you can go put it on your tiered tray. And once that tray is decorated, walk away and you're happy and life is good, right? Hey Penny, welcome. Yeah, if you want to hop on the text list, Juanita just dropped it again in the comments. And in the pinned comment, I think it tells you how to turn on Facebook notifications when I go live, which is, I think, less effective than text notifications, but it's another way to stay in the loop. I try and craft with Craft Around the Clock on 2:30s on Monday. I try to get that time. And then I also I do Wednesdays 1:30ish, all Central Time or Eastern Time. Try to hit 1:30 if I can. All right, so let's cut this in half. So Donna says she wants an A-frame tray. I'm running out of. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have 8 right now. 8 tier trays. I might have more. 9. I have 9. 10. I have 10. No, 9. Okay. So when you take these off, guys, if you've never done this before, you want to get it down to single ply so that it doesn't peel. And I just did that with what you call, like, you lick your finger, squeeze it together and pull your fingers apart. And a lot of times that'll open it right up. Okay. I think we did a pretty good job matching those colors. Really. The yellow might be a little more. I think we did a pretty good job. The light pink. Pamela, welcome, girl. So glad you're here. So I'm going to decide what pattern I want on top of my box. I definitely want to pick up as much of the pink and the blue and the yellow as I can, right? Because that's what my sides are. So I think this piece captures all of those, right? Right there. Okay, so I'm going to spread this out. Oh, I just ripped it with my ring. Well, let me take my ring off. Let me see if I can do that again over here. I should be able to. No, because I've got a rip. Okay, let's start over. Let's start over. So, okay. All right, here we go. Let's try and capture that again. So if I would have used purple or green, which would also have been really cute. I don't really think that orangey color, I don't really like it. It looks kind of brown. But I don't think that would have been a winner, but there we go. I got pink, I got blue, I got yellow. And I think that's, I could do this too. I'm not going to have as much. This is really important. You guys are like, Amy, pick a spot. Okay, here we go. So, I mean, I could have picked green. So I'm going to decide how I want this. I'm going to hold it here with my finger. It's dry to the touch. I have misplaced my crafting parchment paper. So I'm going to use a paper towel. I'm not really sure this is like the best method, but I've been doing it, and so far it works just fine. So I'm just ironing this on. So what this does is it activates your Mod Podge, and makes it stick to the wood surface. It really only works on flat surfaces that y'all can iron onto, but it makes it adhere. And the reason that I painted it white before we started, I don't know if I shared this yet, but I painted it white before I started because the napkin you can see through, right? Right now, guys, I'm just hitting my edges. It's super important when you're Mod Podging or decoupaging, you're going to use the iron-on method, that you get your edges down really well. There we go. Okay. I love that craft iron. Pam Laird, if you see this, thank you. She sent me the craft iron. So it's the best craft iron ever. So see, this is adhered. And then I just like to pull up gently to double check edges, sides. I really think green would have looked cute right there too. I'm not sure I have the right green though. Oh, I probably do. So if I wouldn't have messed up my napkin, you could have made 2 different ones just with that one napkin. So I have it down to this. And in order to take these off, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go down, 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 all the way around, guys. So what I like to do after I finish my craft is I'll post a picture in Craft Around the Clock. And what I've been doing is taking a photo, and then I will add paint colors right to the photo. If you're on my Telegram, right? If you're on Telegram, I also drop it right in there, which is different than texting. I'm going to drop this. If you want to be on Telegram, you can put this in the bottom. I know there's lots of options here, guys. But I drop the picture in there too, so you know what paint colors I used if you wanted to use the same colors on this project or a different one, okay? So the paint's dry. This is on the top. We're looking really cute. You see how cute that is? What we're going to do now is take our sandpaper, and I'm just going to do a light sanding just to get this to smooth out. This is cheap Dollar Tree wood, guys. It's not fancy. It's very soft. It's splintery. Not like splintery hurt you, but splintery like popping off. And if you use sandpaper, your end product is going to look 100 times better, okay? Hey, Ray. That's Ray from Cutting Edge Craft Studio. Cynthia, hey, girl, welcome. Ray, are you going to, I don't know if you saw my comment or my question, are you going to Sub Summit in June? Ray and I are in a group together. I'm going, so if you're going, I want to know so we can meet up for sure. Love to meet you in person. Welcome, Cynthia, girl. You're never late to my lives. Let me tell you, you are right on time. Whenever you get here, you are right on time. Yes, I would love to have you here the whole time, but I also recognize that not everybody can do the whole time on everything. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you showed up. Yep, Donna said you're never late, just right on time. That's what I always say. Everybody's like, oh, no, I'm late. And I'm like, no, you're right on time. Like, I love it if you can be here the whole time. I love chatting with you. I love hearing about your life. I love hearing about what you've crafted. But also, I know we have things. But if you want to catch me for more life crafting, mark down 1:30 on Wednesday. I usually do a bigger project on Wednesdays. Hi, Mary from Ocean Breeze and me. So yeah, Ray, let me know if you go. So this part's pretty much done for now before we distress. I am going to, let's see how long it takes me to do these. This is vinyl letter. These are vinyl letters. I know you guys who once in a while. So I started, I do mostly laser cut stuff, honestly, but I started on a silhouette. Like when they first, like 10 years ago. So this is Dollar Tree vinyl. I will be honest with you. I think that the Orcal is so much easier to peel, especially with, or to weed, especially with small stuff. Because this kind of slides around. that dot on the eye does not want to come off. See, it's just not as, Orcal's easier, but I wanted to do, see, this just slipped right off. Well, we're going to have to scrap bunnies. Hey, Megan, welcome. So that one, so, okay, you're going to know at the end of this whether or not you want to buy the Dollar Tree vinyl. It's just not behaving. So sometimes I've used a Dollar Tree vinyl and it's worked really well. Juanita's thinking raised letters would look cute. So here's where I think that the raised letters would be really tricky, unless you can get them on. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this over on my desk and push on getting them in a line, unless you can get the whole word cut out in a single, like with a line underneath it so that it holds it together, or it's all script, right? And it would require some sizing and resizing, because you don't want it to hang down over the edge, I don't think. But it's definitely doable. So if anyone's wondering what Subsummit is, it's just a group for people who own subscription-based businesses. And I have a subscription box called the Joyful Crafting Club. Well, this stuff is a big fail today. It's just not going to behave. So I might just have to do this. I'm going to have to cut new letters because it's just not. We're going to scrap that. I will put them on. You know what I'll do? I'll make a little video of how to do it, and I'll post it on my page tomorrow so we can see that part. Put my transfer tape on it and reverse weed. I think I messed them all up already. I can try Easter eggs. Dixie, you're more patient than me. You know what? Me, I'm like, I throw it in the trash and start over. But let's give it a go. Let's just see if we can make it work. But the E is not. Okay. Whatever part I don't get finished, I'll make a video and post it on my page tomorrow, like part 2. And just a little finish up video, right? And then we'll. Okay, let's try this. Reverse weeding. I've never. We're going to try it. Girls, I'm always up for anything fun. I'm learning something new here, y'all. I have never reverse weeded. Now, how is that possible? I don't know. I don't generally. So I usually buy Orcal. Is it, right? But I bought the Dollar Tree stuff just to like, I don't know, because I was at the Dollar Tree and it was $1. And I bought like 20 of them. I feel like I've used the Dollar Tree stuff on other projects and it's gone really well. So here we go. What were my words? Bunnies, jelly beans, and Easter eggs. Okay. Yeah, I do an offset often. I'll do an offset. But when I have just like 3 tiny things, Juanita's talking about offsetting, which means like you would draw like a box around it, or you would, I don't know what it's called in the silhouette, but you can draw a box around it, or you can draw like a shape around it that kind of mimics the shape of this. I don't even know if I can do this. Let's just be real. Let's see. Well, I basically stink at this. Yeah, no. So the Silhouette Business Studio Edition will automatically put those weeding marks into your I mean, this is easier. Girls, I'm learning something with you. It'll put like little, like, I don't remember the official name, but basically it's a way to, they're like cut marks or something, so that you, if you have a design with lots of pieces, you can it'll automatically put those little offsets in there for you, Juanita. That's not what they call it, but it automatically puts them in there for you if you have the Business Studio Edition. So I do think that knowing how to use a laser, like a SVG machine, like a Silhouette, and all day long, I mean, I know people love their Cricuts, but if you are thinking about ever starting a business, the Silhouette Business Studio is the way to go. I mean, you can design in there, and it's really so much easier than Adobe Illustrator. Like most of my design I do in Adobe Illustrator for the laser. But there's more steps to make it so that you're able to cut it. Donna says she's waiting for my Silhouette training. Girl, if we ever get enough people that want to learn how to do it, an intro course, I would put an intro course together. I just don't know if we have enough people that want to learn how to use that, for a Silhouette. I think that it's like you can go from using a Silhouette to using a laser very simply. Yeah, T's Crafty Ranch says yes, it is hard to use if you want to use them if you right. And I also she's saying she likes the function in Silhouette Business Studio, but it doesn't maximize your vinyl usage, right? So yeah, I agree with her, and I think you have to make a decision, like, is it time or is it vinyl? Which one am I going to I'm not going to do all three, obviously. I'm glad I learned this little trick. We'll put the Easter eggs on. I'm going to put it in the middle. But I think that learning how to use this is like why I just kind of seamlessly went into using the laser. It's not that much different. And then I went from the Glowforge to the Thunder, and it's interesting because the guy who did my training at the Thunder company, the Nova Thunder, he was like, yeah, you know what? He's like, people just kind of like I have a 51-130. He's like, they're on a tiny little Glowforge and they jump into these huge machines, and he's like, they just go crazy. They just go right into it. And he's like, oh, he's amazed at how seamless we make the transition. I think I agree, T, that there are more Cricut users because Cricut has done a better job with their marketing. Okay. But all day long, I will say that Silhouette is the better. Okay, I'm just going to trim around here. I think Silhouette's the better machine, especially if you want to run a business. It's just and I think it depends. Like, you'll find more business owners using a Silhouette. If you want to sell your stuff, if you want to have to do a lot of cutting, the Silhouette is better. I've got some kind of janky thing right here on my S. So Lisa, okay, so I'm going to put this one in the middle because I'm going to put jelly beans underneath it. And we're going to do, what time is it? 3:11. I don't even know if I have time for distressing. I'm just eyeballing that. Hey, Gail. Yay, Tony. Tony just dropped Telegram. Yeah, I think that the other thing, too, is that feeling of, hey, I can make this. I can do this, and it's not going to just look like a home crafter. Like, it is going to look like somebody bought it at Hobby Lobby, and I did that. You know what I mean? I think that's the feeling you have when you get really good at these machines. Okay. So this gets rubbed on. I'm going to leave that on there for a second because I want to show you, if you're not familiar with the love affair I have with home decor wax, we're going to talk about it because I love this stuff for a lot of reasons, but I mostly love it because it just gives your project some personality. Yeah, I need to do a little. This stuff just, I think though, it's just the stick is not there. I have a roll of vinyl with no stick because it's not one to stick to the paint, and usually it just bites the paint. So a little bit of this goes a long way. You've heard me say that forever and ever. I want to show you this, but we've got 3 minutes left. Oh, Carrie, that looks good. So we're going to go around the edges here. Now, remember, you have a napkin on top. And what do we know about napkins, y'all? Napkins do what napkins do. It hasn't been sealed yet. So it's going to soak this up like nobody's business. So you don't, unless, and it's harder to make it look less, it's harder to remove the severity of the distressing, if you will, like if you get too much on the napkin, because it's paper. So you're going to be sanding the paper away. Whereas like I can go like this on here and wipe it off and it'll come off, and I can also go in and sand it. Yeah, I used my silhouette. Gail's asking if I used my silhouette for the words, and I did. But I'm going to have to go back and cut them because I have a bad batch of Dollar Tree vinyl. I have used it before and it's worked really well, but I should have cut my orc out. I kind of love the orc out. Carrie, I don't remember the brand she dropped in the comments, but this is the start of the distressing, guys. I will make a little video of how to do the rest, and I'll post it on my Facebook page so you guys can catch part 2. I do want to pick some names to put into my jar for this month. Some name drawings. My Post-it notes are, I put them over here when I cleaned my desk. I know y'all don't believe me that I cleaned my desk, but I did. Maybe I'm just making it up. So I'm going to pick some names. So go ahead. Tell me in the comments if you think, yes, you're going to try this sometime. Let's put this here. So, okay. So here's how Happy Meal works, just so you know. At the end of the month, I pick some names. I post it on my page. If I have your address, I just ship it to you. If I don't, you'll need to like look for that where I tagged you, and you look where I tagged you and send me your address. Okay. So Tammy Fleming. I usually pick 5 names. Tony Lynn McGee. I'll cut these up. Sheila Arnold. She wants to try this. Okay, girl. Deanne Cummings. Deanne Cummings BB. I know your name, girl. I was trying to spell it correctly. Gail Nichols. And I'm going to pick 6. Megan Cyber. All right, guys. Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate you. Mark your calendar for 1:30 on Wednesday because I'm going to be live again, and we're going to do a bigger project, a tier tray or shelf sit or something similar, something that goes with tier trays but bigger. But y'all keep crafting and spreading joy through the beautiful things you make because the world needs your creativity. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Gail, yes, it's going out today, girl. It's going out today. See y'all later.